There are very few independents left in America today.
Is that good or bad?
In my opinion, it's bad. An example that I always ask people, I go, can you name me your physician? And they can name it on the spot. Who's your dentist? They name their dentist, by name. Who's your veterinarian? They can even do that. And then you go, who's your pharmacist? And they go, the guy at Walgreens, or the guy at Long's.
The industry has come a long ways.
One of the, programs I use to stay up to date, honestly up to date.
Dr. Jeff Shinoda is one of those out to change opinions about his occupation. More importantly, Shinoda feels that pharmacists should sound a warning about the rapidly changing pill-popping options.
Now all of a sudden, did you realize there's drug interaction there? In fact, if you take these two things together, there's a potential life-threatening side effect.
There's a new term in the medical industry, polypharmacy. It's what pharmacists call the use of more than one medicine at a time. Pharmacists like Shinoda feel it's critical for patients to be aware of this new phenomenon because of potential risks with certain drug combinations. But there's more patients should know about the doctor-pharmacist relationship.
The interesting thing that a lot of people don't realize is, like your physician when you go to see him, he's a doctor, but he only went and had one semester of learning about pharmaceuticals. That's it. Whereas your pharmacist is a doctor, but he's had 4 years of knowing about all these medications.
Shinoda is an award-winning pharmacist overseeing treatment at California Oncology in Fresno, California. Even with all the medical advancements, his business remains busy. And Shinoda feels with our current large aging population, pharmacy is a career of the future.
Good morning. Well, again, 2009 Business Outlook, you've got salaries to increase, pharmacists desperately needed, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, reimbursement saga continues, more pharmacies opening. Again, it's interesting, your pharmacists are on the front line on everything in healthcare, and yet they're the ones overlooked.
Here's one pill practitioner trying to bring his industry out of the black and white era and into modern day, leading the way with his group of Central Valley pharmacists to inform the public.
As a pharmacist, honestly, there is nothing wrong with a generic product. Generic does not mean that it's a substandard product. A generic medication means that the patent on the original brand name product wore off. Now that means other manufacturers can now go ahead and make the same product.
Okay.
But since they didn't have to pay for all the research and development, now can go ahead and give it to the consumer at a lower price. Where patients will say, well, I'll go get it somewhere else. That becomes the dangerous thing.
Where's the somewhere else?
Where's the somewhere else? A lot of times what they'll do is, well, I'll get it filled out of this country. It's cheaper if I don't get it here.
And the risk is what?
The risk is you get counterfeit product. Dr. So-and-so doesn't call Joe down the street and go, hey, Joe, Mr. Smith is coming and, this is his problem, da-da-da, and there's an actual dialogue. That's not occurring anymore.
But people should ask for that, is what you're saying.
You betcha. That is the whole intent of a good collaborative effort for best patient care and outcomes.
Between the doctor and pharmacist.
Correct.
Choices are all around us. Your medicine is no different.
Our choices are critical. What to mix and match. What's best for you. Steady healing, and in some cases, survival. Your pharmacist is on the front line to help. Changes and breakthroughs come at us daily. We're required to keep you safe.
See your doctor first, then let your pharmacist guide you through the healing process.
It's not more expensive, it just makes sense.
Brought to you by the caring pharmacists of Orange County. We've put the power of the tower on the web. Go to reallocaltv.com for TV the way it used to be, real and local. reallocaltv.com.